There's still days where I'm like, why do I do this? Why do I do this? Like, I'm not ready. I'm not ever gonna get better. Even if it's hard, I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I really feel like called to run. My name is Sam. I'm from Sauk Rapids, Minnesota. I graduated college in 2017 and qualified 6 months later. So it was my first marathon, my first really big post-collegiate race. I thought maybe one day qualifying for the trials. I didn't think it would happen right away. So when I qualified when I was 22, I was super excited, and I just always knew that the marathon would be my favorite thing. Pretty much since then, have had a slew of injuries. Started with my hamstring, my upper hamstring, had a partial tear in it.
A lot of it dates back to a lot of these chronic injuries that have been lingering for years and just started to add up and come to surface. I've been working with Sam since October 2018. She had already completed physical therapy at that time, seen a number of different practitioners, and still had issues returning to running. As we got more information, we found out she actually had 2 prior hamstring tears in 2 separate locations. She completed a course of physical therapy and still had issues, so we ultimately ended up having to do something called a platelet-rich plasma injection, so that by about 3 months or so, she was able to run at her full potential. She was doing well, and then another issue came up. It was getting pretty close to Olympic trials time.
My foot started hurting, my plantar. This fall, it got pretty bad. So then we had to work on plantar fasciitis stuff. We tried everything. It was a long process of foot strengthening and injections and all of that.
Was doing well for a while, then kept having recurrent flares. It was this month or 2 month period of coming back and forth and tossing around different ideas.
In December, I think I once a week was just I'm done, let's just stop. Why am I doing this? I was 2.5 months out from the trials, and my foot relapsed. It got better and it got worse. I was just really defeated. Is it just gonna keep doing this? Is it ever gonna get better? I'm gonna have plantar fasciitis the rest of my life. I just felt like I had done everything. But then it just, I know that I'm supposed to run. I feel called to run. And so every day I'm just remembering that, and that helps me get through it. Just showing up every single day and being consistent, even when I couldn't see the end picture of being able to run, but still being faithful to the process of showing up every single day. I just really felt like I was so supported through the whole process by so many people, which was really cool. It's been a rocky buildup. I've been doing a lot of cross training, a lot of strength work, so biking, elliptical, aqua jogging to supplement the running that I would have been doing, the 30, 40 miles a week I've been missing out on. A lot of people are like, wow, you must have so much extra time, but I really have less time because cross training takes so much longer. I work full time. It's definitely hard to fit everything in, but it makes it worth it. I never question did I do everything I could, because I know that I have, that there's literally no extra time in a day to do anything else.
So we put her on a structured rehab program, strengthening program, and finally things have started to turn around for her.
About 7 weeks before the trials, my foot miraculously healed. I really didn't change too much, it just got better. That was almost perfect timing, because I think had it been less than 7 weeks, I would have been really nervous about doing a marathon buildup. I think it's so cool how many women have qualified, 500 women. I know that's a huge number, but so many of us are working full time, and it's just been a goal of mine probably ever since I started college, just being able to qualify for the trials. So it's cool to know that I was able to do that while still doing all the other things I love.
It was one of the hardest things to have to talk to her right after I found out. When you push it hard, she pushed to come back, and she got so close, but yet so far. But yeah, it's heartbreaking, it's very sad. The whole every 4 years thing makes it that little bit more difficult, and everyone puts that little bit more in, but it also increases the chances that things will go wrong. Sam's got so much more running ahead of her. She's still pretty young for a marathoner. She could even have another chance at 3 more Olympic trials. Run Boulder still has 3 more athletes competing in Atlanta. We have Crystal-Ann Kerwood, Caitlin Standifer, and Carolyn Veltri.
I qualified at CIM back in December. It was an awesome experience. I mean, that was my first marathon ever, first attempt at the distance. To make it to the trials, that's kind of that's my Olympics, to make it to the Olympic trials.
I actually qualified in 2017, right when the window opened up at CIM. I missed it by 3 minutes the last time, and I almost gave up running. And so this is a huge accomplishment. I think looking forward to just experiencing what that weekend's gonna be like, because when you almost give it up and when you almost lose sight of everything, you really do appreciate and become humble, and you don't take it for granted. So that's what I'm looking forward to. People try their hardest and not many make it. And to be one of the few it's humbling.